Let's start today with some meaty policy. Here is yet another step towards the student loan forgiveness that, I'll be honest, I'm even surprised Joe Biden is this interested in doing. The Biden administration is canceling student loans for more than 150,000 additional borrowers, nearly 6 months ahead of schedule, under a new plan. This is going to be about $1.2 billion in student debt for about 153,000 borrowers. These are borrowers who took out what are being described as relatively modest student loans and have been on track with repayment for a decade. You will be shocked to hear, by the way, that some of the folks who are getting student loan debt forgiveness under this plan have been making 10 years of repayments, originally took out $12,000 or less, and still haven't paid it off. If you want to understand how out of sync college costs are with what people are actually earning, here is President Joe Biden making this announcement, and this is great news.
Under my SAVE plan, we're cutting in half to 5% the undergraduate borrowers, what undergraduate borrowers have to pay after their living expenses are accounted for. That means no one with an undergraduate loan, whether it's a community college or a four-year college, will have to pay more than 5% of their discretionary income to repay those loans starting in July. And that's income after you pay for necessities like food and housing. Already 7.5 million Americans have enrolled in this so-called SAVE plan. And there's more than 4 million of those borrowers had their monthly payments dropped to zero if they're living paycheck to paycheck below a certain level. This plan is the most generous repayment program ever, and today we're doing it even faster and quicker than ever before. I'm proud to announce our SAVE plan. We are immediately canceling the debt loans for over 150,000 borrowers, nearly 6 months ahead of schedule. Starting today, we're canceling student debt for borrowers who are enrolled in the SAVE plan and have been paying student loans for as little as 10 years. If they borrowed less than $2,000, it's forgiven. $12,000, excuse me. The loan is forgiven.
So listen, this now brings the total amount of student debt canceled by the Biden administration to nearly $138 billion for nearly 3.9 million borrowers. Now, a couple different things. Is Biden struggling to speak? Yes, he is. Is he still doing way more than anyone anticipated when it comes to student loan debt cancellation? Yes, he has. Oh, but Joe Biden's not really the one doing this. It's someone in his administration. That's how it works. Yes, that very well may be the case. You may have figured out the way White Houses work. The president doesn't literally do all of the nitty-gritty work on every single issue. They hire people who do a lot of the stuff. Now, there's lots of people who say, I don't really care about this issue, or I don't think people deserve to have student loan debt forgiveness. If you took out the loan and you went to the college and whatever, it's responsibility. If you think about this issue fundamentally as an issue of justice and equity and responsibility, you have to see this as a major progressive win. No president has forgiven anywhere near this amount of student loan debt. And so this is a great thing. Joe Biden continues to just quietly tick off these accomplishments. The question is this going to translate to votes in November? Yesterday, my guest Cenk Uygur doesn't believe it will. Cenk even said, I agree that the stuff you're listing, David, is good stuff. It's just a question of whether it is going to translate into a win in November. And we just don't know that yet. But if it doesn't, it will not be for shortage of accomplishments. It may be for shortage of messaging. It may be for optics reasons. It may be for all sorts of other reasons. But when we look at accomplishments and accomplishments alone, they keep racking up. Taking care of your health isn't always easy, but it really should be simple. That's why for years now, I've been drinking AG1 every day. It's just one scoop mixed with water once a day, and it gives me the foundational nutritional elements I want for the whole day. Each serving of AG1 gives me what I want in terms of vitamins, minerals, and more. It's just a simple habit. I know that with AG1, I'm getting high quality nutrition. The ingredients are sourced for nutrient density and absorption. If you want to take ownership of your health, start with AG1. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3 and K2, plus 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase exclusively at drinkag1.com/Pacman. The link is down below.